What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Trey Sense. And listen, we got a little bit of a review, got a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel, and there is your odd noise that happens to pop up every time I do a video. It's either the train or the phone. Now we got to, as we say in Alabama, ambulance. I can say ambulance, but you know, it is what it is. So what we're going to talk about today are, in my opinion, what I feel are the five best fragrances that I have personally found myself in the rack store and purchased. Now, before I get into that, I need something from you. I need you to continue to check in. Listen, Alabama standing strong with your boy. Texas is standing strong with your boy. Wyoming, Mississippi, y'all always standing strong. South Africa taps in. Man, I really appreciate Wisconsin, New York, Brooklyn, everybody that's checking in and letting me know where you're watching the video from. Florida, I really appreciate that, man. I like that a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So, and if you haven't already, give your boy a sub. Share the video, like the video. So, now, disclaimer. I ran across Tom Ford's Black Orchid, the original, which I think is a Profumo concentration, the one in the black bottle. I didn't pick it up. I did see it, took pictures of it, maybe even made a video about it. It was 2 bottles of it. When I went back to get them, they were gone. Somebody probably came in and bought both bottles. And that was at a TJ Maxx in Jasper, Alabama. I saw not Tom Ford, Creed Mayfair, I think is what it was called, at a TJ Maxx in Memphis, Tennessee. But at the time, that joker was $300. I ain't had that kind of bread at the time. I was married. You know, had we moved into a house yet? Yeah, I think we just moved into a house. So, you know, a little bit different of a situation. So I didn't get that one either. I'm trying to think of something else crazy that I passed on that was just unbefore or never before to my eyes seen in the rack stores. Of course, I've seen some Bond number 9s, but they pop up from time to time. But I haven't really seen a good Bond number 9 like a Bleecker Street or anything like that. Or, you know, or just you know, one of the more popular ones I haven't seen in there. But these are my 5 best rack store finds. Let's get the first one, the most recent one, and probably, in all honesty, the more popular one out of the way. And the only reason that this one makes this list is because, honestly, I just haven't seen it in the rack stores. I haven't really seen a lot of reviewers talk about they found it in the rack stores, and it is Rasasi Hawas. And again, this fragrance just keeps growing on me. When I smell it, I'll tell you, it's sweet, super sweet. And it's it's very loud, it's very strong. It's I don't want to call it obnoxious, but it is definitely very loud and very strong. Great clubbing scent, great scent if you want attention. This is not by far my favorite fragrance in my collection. I mean, it's just not. Is it good? Yes. Will it get you noticed and get you all the attention that you want? Does that make it good? Not necessarily. I do think it's a good fragrance though. I just wish it wasn't as sweet. It does make me curious about the new Hawases, if they're any good. It's hard for me to listen to a lot of reviewers because, especially if I see it on TikTok, because they always follow it up with, and the link down here to buy, it's always sell. You know, that's why I hope you guys understand when you watch my videos, I ain't trying to sell you nothing. I'm just trying to have a little bit of a fragrance talk, a little bit of a discussion, so I can tell you my thoughts on it and you make your own opinion about whether it's something that you should add to your collection or not. Ain't no link for you to click, ain't no code to 10% off, none of that. It's just, here it is. So is it a good fragrance? Yes. Am I glad to have it in my collection? Yes. Am I happy That I found it in the rag store? Absolutely. I think that makes it a little bit more special because this is one I would have never, ever, ever ordered. But I'm proud to have it. It's a good one. Just a little bit sweet. One of my first epic finds in a rag store. Brentwood, Tennessee. Again, TJ Maxx. And it's Valentino's Uomo Intense. Me and the ex-wife had gotten off and was getting out of the house one day. Middle of the week, too. That's the crazy part about it. It was the middle of the week. Wasn't even the weekend. Whew, that's good. That is so good. And I think either she was off work or had gotten off work early, and she said, you want to go to Nashville, do a little shopping and watch a movie? Absolutely. So we jumped in the car and just headed out. And I found this at, I want to say, Nordstrom's Rack in Brentwood, Tennessee. And what you have with this is, man, a really grown up, sweet, irisy, powdery fragrance. That is just good. I absolutely love Valentino, the Valentino line. I think they're good fragrances. I like them. I like them a lot. And I want to say it was under $100. I can't remember if it was in a part of a gift set. I don't think it was. But again, this made the list because I personally haven't seen any other Valentino fragrances in any rack stores that I've been in. And I've been in rack stores from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Biloxi to Albertville, Ocean Springs, Gulfport, to Dallas, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, Arkansas, Alabama, Memphis, and Nashville, Brentwood, and I have yet to see another Valentino fragrance in the rack stores. Any Valentino. Just haven't seen it, me personally. So the one time I saw it, I bought it, and that's why it makes this list. Plus, it smells amazing and is one of my favorite fragrances. Another one. From the house of Paco Rabanne. And now that this one is discontinued, finding it in a rack store is even more special. From the 1 million line, it is 1 million Privé. And I found this one close to home in Alabama, in Jasper, Alabama, at a TJ Maxx. I haven't been to that TJ Maxx in over a year now. I need to just jump in the whip one day and just ride out, and especially now that the days are getting longer, and just ride to that one. The reason I haven't is just in the country or in country states like Alabama, sometimes going to places like that is, I don't want to say challenging, but it's no fast way to get there. That's the only way I can tell you that. It's just absolutely no fast way to get there. It's mostly going to be 2-lane roads till I get there, which is fine, but you know, like I said, now that the days are getting longer and the sun's staying up a little bit longer, you know, it might be worth me jumping in the car, making an hour, almost 2-hour drive to Jasper to look at that TJ Maxx, because they always have some stuff. It's been a while since I've been, but I didn't even find this. My ex-wife put her hands on it and come walking up to the front with it and was like, do you have this? And I'm just looking at it like, no, because at the time, it was just starting to make its rounds and become popular. And here she stands with the gift set of it. 1 million Privé with the bottle, the travel atomizer, and I think it had a 1 million shower gel in it. And it was like $60. So I was just like flabbergasted. Like, yeah, I'll take that. One time I've seen this fragrance in a TJ Maxx, and I bought it that one time. So for that reason, and the fact that it just happens to be one of my favorite fragrances, and to me, one of the best from the 1 million line. I know Sensual Obsessions has a version of this that is pretty good. It's like I have a little bitty decant of it that's pretty good, but I like it. I like it a lot. I really do. From the house of Paco Rabanne from the 1 million line. It is 1 million Privé. That's a good fragrance. And again, one time I saw that in the rag store. One time I bought it. Let's go back to Nashville, shall we? And I picked this up. It was either, I can't remember, it was either at Nordstrom's Rack or it was at TJ Maxx in Brentwood, because they're right there beside each other in the same plaza. So I can't remember which one. Same thing with this one. I can't remember if I got it from TJ Maxx or Nordstrom's Rack, but it was one of the two, and they were right there beside each other. One of them I got from TJ Maxx, and one of them I got from Nordstrom's Rack. But either way, they're both rack stores. So saw this, say it with me, one time. And this also, oh man, that Privé just kicked in. When I moved, that Privé kicked in, and that stuff smells so good. Man, why do they discontinue some of these fragrances that they discontinue? And I know some genius in the comments going to say, because they're not making any money. Okay, whatever. But anyway, I digress. The one time I saw this, I picked it up and it came in a gift set, and it was this 100 ml bottle, 128 ml, however big this is, and the 30 ml. So, you know, your boy did what he did, sold the 30 ml to get some of his money back and kept the big boy bottle. And this one, Armani Code Profumo. Is a beautiful, sweet, root beer, soda, rhubarb type of vibe. And it just smells so good. It just smells so good. Now, I will give you a tip. If you like this and you never picked it up because it's discontinued as well, you can pick up Armani Code Perfume and really get the same sort of vibe. Really get the same sort of vibe. But this is nice, man. This is nice. Oh, man. Good times. Good old road trips. Finding good stuff. I mean, again, this one was during the middle of the week, too. Maybe I need to start hitting these rack stores up again in the middle of the week, especially if you live in the city. Don't wait till the weekend. Hit them up in the middle of the week. Get off work, just run by there. You'd be surprised what you may see. I think they restock sometimes during the middle of the week, and yeah, I don't think they're as busy. And weekend, everybody's out looking and shopping. Hit them up in the middle of the week and you may be surprised what you would find. Man, that's a good one. Last but not least, probably the biggest find of all time, I know for me, in a rag store from the house of Creed. And it is Royal Oud. And I found this one in Alabama as well. Madison, Alabama to be exact, at a TJ Maxx. Again, middle of the week. Impromptu road trip. Just getting out, seeing what's out there. Went to Madison, walked into TJ Maxx, and I saw the white box, and I said, that looks like a Creed box. I get closer to it. That is a Creed box. No case, and this was before the trophy cases and any of that. So it's not in the case, it's not locked up, it's not even in a protective container. It's just sitting on top of the little stand that they keep the fragrances on. So I'm just like, so I pick it up and I look at it and I instantly grab my phone and I call Cheapo. I said, Cheap, you ain't gonna believe this. I said, you ain't gonna believe what I just found. And his exact words were, what it is. And I told him, man, I said, I just found Creed Royal Oud. He said, man, you bullshitting. I said, no, sir. No, sir, I am not. And then the price that I found this at was $179. And if you know anything, oh my gosh. And if you know anything about this fragrance, then you know it's just a special fragrance. Not a lot of oud in it, more vetiver than anything, but man, does it smell good. And I think after tax and all, it was $199. I think is what it came up to after tax, but. And most of that juice that you see that is gone has come from decanting. It's come from decanting. People want decants. People want decant. I gave my uncle, because I wore this to my mom's funeral. And my uncle was like, man, nephew, what is that you got on? And we was talking about fragrances, so I just invited him into the lab. I said, oh, come on in. I said, come on in here. You know, and it was cool because he'd always been my big uncle, and I got to be the cool nephew for a change. I was like, let me put you on something, Mom. And this evidently smelled so good when I sent him home with decant. I sent him home with a decant of this and Creed Aventus. His wife messaged me and was like, nephew, thank you so much for hooking your uncle up with some of that good smell. Because Unc's a YSL guy. He likes YSL, but this right here. And the funny thing about this fragrance is I came upon Royal Oud because I purchased a decant from another reviewer that was out in California at the time, because Fragcom has changed a lot. We used to network from coast to coast, and it just was a different environment, different vibe. He sent me a decant of it, and I wore it one day, and the ex-wife went crazy. She picked me up, got in the car. I just had on a t-shirt and some track pants. And she said to me, her exact words were, when we got around the corner, were, I don't know what you got on, but I like it. She had no clue what it was, who made it, anything. It smells good and it smells expensive. And I just kind of looked at her like, damn. And it was this. So when I walked into that TJ Maxx and saw this, it was love at first sight. I knew it was coming home with me. But an impactful find at a TJ Maxx in Madison, Alabama. All right, guys, that is it, man. That has been 5 of the most impactful fragrance finds that I have had at rack stores during my fragrance journey. If you have found some good stuff, leave it in the comments. Let me know what your most impactful finds are. Let me know what you've come across, and yeah, let me know what you've come across and what you think. All right, and what you think about them, what you paid for them, where you found them. Did you have to go outside of your city? Again, I want to encourage this. Hunt during the week. Just get out sometime during the week and go look. And I know y'all noticed I didn't spray none of that Royal Oud on. Nah, we're not gonna waste the spray of that. But it is smelling good up in here right about now. So with that being said, I'm gonna jump off of here. I got another video to shoot real quick and get that out to you. So I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day and have had a beautiful weekend. Listen, I love you all and may God bless you all. Till next time, guys. Peace.